Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And as you have seen in the previous videos, we have seen what are the things inside the option menu and what was inside the substance and what was inside the calculate menu. And in the calculate menu, we have generated tables. So if you want to plot using RefProp, you have to use this plot tab. So in this video, we will see how we can use this plot tab, and we can generate different kind of graphs, and we will see how we can modify these graphs, and how we can do our research or study using this RefProp 10 version. So let's start our video. So in this plot menu, you will see there are different types of plots which are available, or you can see this is TS diagram, TD diagram, and PH diagram. So there are different graphs which are already available. So if you want to plot them, you will just click on that diagram, and you can see there are also some other diagrams. So before plotting, first thing you have to do is you have to select the component for which you want to plot. So let's select our substance to be, suppose, let us see, R32, which is difluoromethane. Okay, so we will select R32 and we will go to plot menu, and let's see what are the other diagrams. So when you will go into other diagrams, it says like the properties used for the x and the y axis can be selected in the following menu by clicking the property on the names. So when you will click OK, this window will appear, and it will says like if you want to plot something which is not available in the tabs, so what you will do, you will select what you want to plot on the x-axis. So in this, from this menu, you will select you want to plot on the x-axis in your plot, and you will select what you want to plot on the y-axis in your plot. So a lot of options are there. So but the generalized plots, they have already make the tabs, but if you want to plot something specific, so then you can go to this specified or other diagrams. But usually in the plots, like in the vapor compression cycle, in refrigeration, in HVAC, we usually work with two plots. The one is the pH, that is the pressure and enthalpy diagram, and the second is the TS, that is the temperature and entropy diagram. So in this video, I will just concentrate on these two type of plots. So let's see. Just click on the pH diagram. So when you will click on the pH diagram, this windows will appear, and so first thing is this tab in the top. So because it is a pH diagram, so you can see there are four parameters available, that is temperature, density, entropy, and quality. So in this first tab, you want to select what are the lines you want to be displayed on your pH diagram. So if you want temperature and quality lines to be displayed, so you will just select temperature and quality. For example, we have selected this temperature within a range of -130 to 200 with a step of 20, and the quality from 0 to 1 with a step of 0.25, or maybe we will change it to 0.1. So it will just displays these temperature isotherm lines and the quality lines. Let's see them. So here you can see it is just displaying the temperature lines from the range we have selected, it's from -110 up to 190 degrees Celsius, and the quality, it is showing us the quality from 0.1 to 0.9. So in this way, if you will just also want to see density and entropy lines to be displayed, you will also select this density, and you will also check this entropy. And if you want this line to be displayed into the two phase zone, you will just check these boxes also. So this will display these line inside the two phase also. And you can see like we have already selected these saturation lines, and we have connected these saturation lines, so these are also be displayed. So when we will press OK, you can see like now it is not only displaying the temperature lines and the quality lines, but also it is showing you the constant density lines and the isoentropic lines, and these lines are also showing inside the two phase. So it depends upon you what type of lines you want in your pH diagram to be displayed. So these were the options, first options, which this was the first tab. And usually we just need this temperature and we just need this quality to be displayed in our simple pH diagram. So but it depends upon you what parameters you want to be displayed in your pH diagram. So when we will move on, we can see that how this next tab is about. So it is about the x-axis range. So if you want to specify the x-axis range, which is your enthalpy, so you will also you can identify or you can define it here, from where to where you want this enthalpy and from where to where you want this pressure or your y-axis range. So you can define this here. And next thing is the point spacing. So the point spacing is, it has given you like four options. Course. So in the course, when you will select course, you can see this plot is generated, and in this plot the main thing you will note, you can see these lines, and you can see that not much points are evaluated. So you can see these lines are not smooth lines, and the points are coarse, so the calculations is not very detailed. So in this course option, you will see these are not very detailed calculations which you can get. But if you want very detailed or accurate results, then you will select this very fine option and then you will click OK. So now you can see in very fine, it is taking some time in loading the results because it is calculating it on a very fine points basis. And here you can just see the difference, like these lines are now very smooth. So it depends upon you if you want very detailed result. So you will select, or you will just specify, you want a coarse point spacing or you want very fine spacing of the your points. So it depends upon you. So this is the difference you can see between the coarse and fine. This is the difference between, you can say, the coarse and between the uh, fine point spacing. So it depends upon you what point spacing you want. And moving on, we will see there are, and next tab it says the label. So if you want to include these labels like enthalpy label and pressure label, or you want to include them with units, so you will just check it. And the next tab is the options tab. So this option tabs is there are different options they have given you, and it says like if you want to draw the saturation lines. So as you can see, we have drawn these saturation uh, lines, and we have connect these saturation states. So we have selected these two options. So if you will select these two options, it will draw the saturation line and connect these saturation lines. And other options are like if you want to draw melting and sublimation lines, and swap density for specific volume. And other options are there like skip critical region and draw ideal curve. So if you will just like select all these things, you will see like you will just select it and you will press OK, and you can see it will add all these features into your graph. And here you can see how the your graph will then look like. So it has added all those features in it now. And as you can see that because we have selected a very fine detail or very fine spacing option, so it is taking much time. So if you want to save time, you should select a fine only, or medium is okay So very fine, it takes a lot of time for the software to evaluate all these properties. So let's cancel it and see what are the other things. So further move on in the this pH diagram. So we will just uh, check this temperature and quality, and we will, from very fine we will just move to medium, and we just need saturation lines, and we don't need these things, these details. Usually we don't need these things in your pH diagram, and we will just press OK. So here is your pH diagram of R32. So the next thing is that how we can modify these plots as per our requirement. So here you can see this is the pH diagram, and let us say we want to plot the vapor compression cycle points on our pH diagram, and we need a pH diagram in which we have plot a cycle of a vapor compression cycle in it. So this is our, you can say, a task. So how we can achieve this task using this REFPROP. So let's see, like in this plot menu there are some things, modify plot and add label, and one of the most important is like zoom in and zoom out. So when you are working on plots, it's very you will use these keys oftenly, and you should remember, like for zoom in you will press the control and I key, and for zoom out you will use this control and out key, O key, and for the full zoom you will press this control and F key. So it is very useful. So now let's see what we can do with this pH diagram, and how we can modify it, and how we can draw a cycle on this diagram. So now there are different ways how you can draw a cycle on your pH diagram. So this is what is needed, like for a pH diagram for your study. If you want to generate a cycle diagram, for example a vapor compression cycle diagram, so how you will create that cycle on this pH plot. So the first thing is that after generating this pH diagram, you will just go to the calculate, and you will go for the specified state points. So if you know the specified state points, you will add those specified state points of your vapor compression cycle here. For example, let's suppose we are working on a vapor compression cycle which has an evaporation temperature of -50 degrees Celsius. So the temperature will be -50, and the quality will be 1 at the outlet of the evaporator. Then let's suppose the discharge temperature of the compressor is 60 degrees Celsius, and let's suppose that the condenser pressure is 10 bar. So it will calculate all the second state points, and next move on we will say like as our condenser is operating at 10 bar, so we will select the pressure at 10 bar, and at the outlet of the condenser the quality will be 0. So we will put it at 0, and it will calculate the specified state point. So you have to specify the two state points to calculate other points. So next is like the after the expansion valve. So we know that after the expansion valve it will come back to the evaporator temperature, and because it is isoenthalpic process though, so we will say that the enthalpy will be similar, so we will add this temperature and enthalpy value. So here it gives a warning message that because like at this temperature and at this enthalpy, it says that two solution exist and the lower density route has been calculated. We will just say yes to it, so it will calculate these values. And to close this cycle loop, we will once again we will put our first point. We will just copy its temperature and pressure values, and we will paste it here, and then we will go to this plot, and we will just select this overlay plot. And when we will select this overlay plot, it will automatically select this specified state points, and here we will just change the color it to red color, and we will just increase the line size, and we will just select some symbol on it, and then when we will select OK, it will overlay these plots into your pH diagram. So this is one of the way, if you know the specified state points, so how you can overlay your plots on your pH diagram. So this is one way of plotting your pH diagram or your cycle on the pH diagram. Another simple way is that you will just go to pH diagram, you will generate a new pH diagram, and just minimize this previous windows, and you will go to calculate, and you will see the specified state points, and you see when you will hold the shift key and you will go to the plot, this marker will appear on this plot, and what this marker is doing, it is actually telling you the axis value at the top. So here you can see the enthalpy and the pressure values are being displayed as you are moving this pointer. So similarly, if you know the state points and you want to plot them with this marker or with this pointer, so this is another easiest way of plotting your cycle on the pH diagram. For example, when you will unhold this shift key, and you will just right click, it will give you the specified state point below you have selected, and it will show a marker on the diagram. So similarly, you can just click on it, and if you know all the four state points, you will just click on all these four state points, and like this I am clicking, and then you will close this, you have to click it again, and what you will do, you will just do the same, you will go to the plot and you will say overlay the plot. So this is the next window, in window 4. So we will say now overlay this window, maybe we will change the color to blue, and we want to increase the thickness of the line. So, and the symbols, we want maybe different symbols. So here you can see it has plotted your vapor compression cycle on this pH plot. So these are some different ways by which you can uh, draw your vapor compression cycle or any other cycle easily on the pH plot or any other plot. So the next thing is that how you can modify this plot. So coming back to our vapor compression cycle plot, what other things which we can modify this if we want to reproduce our result in some research article or our study. So let's see what modifications we can do. So for those modifications, we will go back to the plot, and we will go to the modify plot, and here you can see like all the data which is in this plot is being shown here in this data tab. For example, all the lines which are generated, these are being displayed here. So what we need, we want to give some cosmetics to our cycle, so we will just select this liquid saturation line, and we want it to be dark blue, and we want it to be a bit thick line, and we will apply this. And similarly for the vapor line, we want it to be some light blue color, and we want it to be similar thickness, and we will apply it. And we will just also click OK, and we will see like these updates have been occurred. Other things which we want, like if we want to remove something, for example in your pH diagram you have generated these quality lines, but now I don't want these quality lines, so you can easily remove these quality lines. Here you can see all these quality lines are being displayed. So what you will do, you will hold shift key, you will select all these quality lines, and what you will do, you will remove them. So in this way, and then just click OK. So you can see all the quality lines are being removed, but still you can see these quality points are being displayed. So you will just select them, and you will delete these points, because now you also don't want these points to be displayed. So it's a easy user interface, and you can do these small modifications which you want to do on the RefProp interface. And here you can see, like, we have deleted this. Let's see what are the other things in the modifications. So here you can see you can increase the number of significant figures of your axes, which are three, and the minimum and maximum you can change. So here you can see we don't want this plot to be displayed, so you can say up till 700 enthalpy value is enough for us, and we will just reduce it to 700, or maybe we can reduce it to 600. And similarly for the pressure, you want to reduce it up till, maybe, because it is 1000, so let's reduce it up to 1000. And here you can also change the scale, as on the y-axis the pressure is in logarithmic scale. You can change it to linear. You can add grid lines, so grid lines will improve the quality of your plot. So let's add the grid lines. And you can also increase the font size. So as you can see that the font size is very small, so if you want to increase the font size, we will increase the font size. And this is all the data of the lines. If you want to color some line, you want to remove some line, you can just select that line, and it will you can format that line, you can highlight. So now we will just click OK, and you can see the grid lines are being added, and you can see the font size has been increased. So these are the modifications which we have done. So this was the modify plot sub tab. So another thing which you want to improve in your plot is that you want to do add labels. So we will add labels. For example, in red color we will say these are the state points, and state points, and you will just increase the size of it, maybe 10. And you want it to be bold, and you will just press OK, and it will create this legend, I would say. And here you can put it like these are the state points. And similarly, if you want to add different numbers to these state points, so what you will do, you will just enter the numbers, and it will create those numbers, and you can just put those numbers on your state points. So this is how you can just add numbers. And you will just go to label, and whatever number or whatever label you want to specify, you will just create those things. So number 2 state point, and this is number 3 state point, and this is number 4 state point. And if you want to increase their size, you will just go there, and you will just increase their size, so they become uh, good, their visibility will increase. So these are the things which you can do to which comes under, you can say, the cosmetics of your plot, which you can do easily on the RefProp window. So here we have added the state points, and we have defined what is the red cycle, or you can say the red cycle is the vapor compression cycle. And the state points of vapor compression cycle, let's say this. And also you want to tell, like, what is this line showing, so you will add the label. And you can say this is your liquid saturation line. And liquid saturation line has a dark blue color, so you will just click it, and you will see this is your liquid saturation line. And similarly, you will add a label for your vapor saturation line. and you will change its color to light blue. So these are the small things which you can do to increase the cosmetics of your pH plot. But you can see these modifications are limited modifications which we can do while using the REFPROP interface. So if you want to do more modifications, so what we can do, we can save this data, and we can export it into Excel, and we can do other modifications. So if you want to export it into Excel, so what you will do, you will go to the edit tab and you will copy this plot, and then you will, it will copy this plot, and then what you will do, you will just paste it in the Excel sheet. So here you will just export it into Excel. And now as you know, in Excel you can insert boxes, you can insert different shapes, you can insert different lines in it. So whatever you want to do, you can just do it while using the Excel. So it depends upon you, whichever thing is easy for you. You want to do modification on the RefProp interface, you want to do modification in the Excel interface, it depends upon you. But some things which you cannot do on the RefProp interface, you can do those modifications on the Excel interface. And other thing is that in the edit option, you can see it has this copy plot option, and also save plot data points, which save all the data points in this diagram. And the other thing is that you can also save this file as it is. If you want to save it as a refprop file, you will just click on the save, and you will just name it R32, and it will save it as a refprop file. So this is another way of saving your data or saving your file. So these are the things regarding to the plots which we can do. And the other things is like if you are having some trouble using RefProp, you can go to this help menu, and in this menu you can see there are a lot of information. For example, regarding the commands, you can go to this menu commands, and here all the tabs are explained in detail. Regarding the plot menu, you will just go to the plot menu, and it will tell you all the things which you want to learn. So all the tabs are available, like option tab, help, and help menu, and edit menu, and calculate menu. So this was all about this plotting. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.